Hi, this is Nick Shelton with Michigan Pool News, and for the ChlorKing month, I'm here with Mike Podolak, who's the production and project development manager at ChlorKing. How you doing, Mike?
Good, Nick. How you doing?
Not bad. We are going to focus today on some of the technical stuff for the next gen pH neutral chlorine generator, and Mike is kind of the brainchild behind this product and knows a lot about it. So I wanted to give him the opportunity to maybe answer a few questions that our tech guys out there that are considering or might be considering chlorine generators might be interested in. So, Mike, the first question I got for you is, what is new for next gen in 2016?
Uh, well, 2016 for next gen, we're testing right now some of the new switch mode power supplies, which appear in some of our other products already. Currently, the next gen has a power supply that's called linear, and although it's incredibly reliable, it's also very energy hungry, so it uses a lot of current to do its job. Switch mode power supplies will be about 2 times as efficient, which will, from an ROI standpoint, you'll use about half of the electricity to do the same job that you're doing today. That power supply is already showing up on the 10-pound version, so it's already shipping in that version. And throughout the course of the rest of the year, we'll be releasing it in all of the rest of the models.
Awesome. Better ROIs are good for both of us, buddy.
Yep.
All right, so the next thing that I got for you is there's always positive and negatives with anything we do in a pump room, especially when we start talking about more sophisticated equipment in aquatics. So I wanted to ask you if you could give me what the most positive technical feedback you've got for next gen is.
Sure, I hear a lot from guys out there that they get this equipment, they install it, they turn it on, and it just continues to chlorinate the pool, and they have very little to do with the equipment. It works very well, it's very reliable, and they don't have a whole lot of issues with it. Additionally, with the addition of the touchscreen that came out last year, we're now able to monitor and pass on to you guys over 20 different parameters that are constantly being monitored by the equipment. And in the event that something does happen, the next gen is very good at identifying very specifically what's happening, what went wrong, and what you guys need to do to take care of it and get back generating chlorine.
Awesome, awesome. And like we said, with every piece of equipment, there's got to be some negatives. So what would you say that the most prominent negative feedback that you get from the field is?
Sure, and the next gen's been being developed now for 6 to 8 years, and we always take you guys' comments into consideration when we're redesigning something or trying to improve something. So, what I hear most, and even though we've made an improvement here, is that the next gen is, number one, it's a little bit intimidating for the guys when they first see it because it's a large piece of equipment.
Yep.
They've never seen it before. It's kind of got a lot of pieces. So, you got to have somebody who's willing to take the time to get familiar with the equipment. And then once they're familiar with the equipment, it does need some maintenance. The electrolytic cell needs to be cleaned. And that maintenance operation is going to vary based on the water conditions that the system is running in. Anywhere from once a week to once every 2 weeks, maybe once a month. About a 20-minute maintenance procedure is going to need to be done. In the past, you had to take the system apart, remove the electrolytic cell, clean it. We've improved that to the point where that maintenance operation now is just push button. Push button, turn valves, push button, turn valves, and the process finishes itself. But I still hear from the guys that I guess it hurts their finger. I don't know. But they still don't want to. They still think that that's a little bit too much maintenance for the equipment.
Yeah, and in fairness to the equipment, of all of the salts type systems that are out there and available, the next gen is by far and away the easiest to clean because, like you iterated, you are not taking cells apart. You're plugging in some tubing and pressing some buttons, and you're off to the races.
That's right. And, we are working from that feedback. We are working on a next generation of next gen that's being tested right now that has a reverse polarity function similar to some of our other chlorinators. And that will not completely eliminate, but it will greatly reduce the frequency that maintenance needs to be done. So going from weekly or monthly, we may be able to go to once every 6 months or even once a year that operation needs to be done.
Yep.
And then that complaint should be reduced to the seriously lazy guy.
Gotcha. So you actually just piggybacked on my third and final question, and that's what's in the future for technological changes and improvements to the equipment. So that's a good one. But I'm going to ask you about another one that I know, from my experience with users that have the equipment installed right now, that really like it, but they want to see it online. So is Next Gen going to or planning on having a Wi-Fi capability in the future?
Yep, we've heard that comment for a little while, and as you're aware, the system operates with a microcontroller inside
Yes,
that
sir.
controls all of its operations. That microcontroller has been updated. Here's the new one. It's blue instead of white. And this new microcontroller has the capability of several different ways that it can communicate with the outside world. You can hard connect it right to a network, and it can send information. In fact, you can see the screens that are on the Next Gen from your office. We can program in alarms that can come to your phone, that can come to your email, any manner of communication. This new microcontroller can do it. So this is also currently in testing and development, and look for it in early 2017.
Awesome. One of the greatest things about ChlorKing, Mike, is that you guys, I think, are on the cutting edge of technology for this kind of stuff out there. So we appreciate you taking the time, and we here at Michigan Pool Nodes are really excited about the prospect of this in Michigan going forward. So thanks a lot, buddy.
Great. Thank you very much.
All right. Have a great weekend.
You too. See you later.
Take care.